Hello again, everyone. Age of June here, and we're back with another League of Legends Shoutcast. This particular one, I'm thinking I may end up doing a top lane Shoutcast. Do a solo player Shoutcast. I really like that format, and I'm thinking about doing a bit more switching between regular Shoutcasts and single player Shoutcasts. If this is not something you approve of, please let me know in the comments. I would really love to know if that's something you guys do not agree with. But I've just noticed, based on what I've seen in my games, or in my videos so far, people seem to really like seeing certain people, and, you know, they search for certain people. That's what most of my views come from. So it feels somewhat funky when, you know, they search for, say, you know, Asian sneaky fellow. And they get my video, they come in, and they see just a little bit of him at a time. He's not the one, by the way. So, I'm kind of thinking I might actually do this. In this case, I'm actually going for RF Legendary here. The reason behind this... putting the word there, I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. But the reason I decided to go for him is because he is actually 2-2 in his Challenger promotions right now. And, as I mentioned before, you know, I really enjoy watching him. And, you know, he's a really good streamer and everything. So I wanted to go ahead and cast a game with him in it again. And just to see how he plays Jax. Because I don't think I've ever seen that very much. Nidalee was banned, which is why he's not as Nidalee. Otherwise, he would have been Nidalee in this game. But, banned. So, he was talking about it earlier. He did say he went ahead and put this ward here when he did. Just so he could get a vision of where Karthus... This is Karthus, by the way. Haha, imagine that. Where Karthus decided to start. In this case, of course, it is actually blue, and it looks like he doesn't need a leash at all, which I'm kind of surprised at. So he put that there. He waited a little while to do so, simply so that he could get good vision of him and make sure that the timer didn't run out. He then sat around base simply because, you know, that allowed him to get that extra pot. Given the fact that he's against Ryze, who is really good at harassing a Jax out, he wanted that extra pot just to go ahead and get that extra sustain. But he's kind of kicking Ryze's butt. Ryze is not having a good time. Stop it. Alright, we're going to put it to manual camera. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about that anymore. Alright, so Lee Sin actually did go ahead and do an invade because of that ward there from RF Legendary. It told him that Karthus started for blue, and it was perfectly safe to go ahead and steal that red. That's exactly what he did, which actually hurt the Karthus quite a bit. I kind of want to see him. I want to see the new Karthus' abilities, because he just got remade, and I've not seen him in a game yet. So I'll probably be taking peeks at him while not much is happening up top, like right about now. Oh, he's just queuing. Oh, there we go. Alright, that's pretty cool. Alright. Carry on, carry on. So, I'm going to go ahead and put everything in order, but again, I'm going to be focusing pretty much exclusively up here on RF Legendary versus Trance Therapy playing the Ryze. And RF Legendary, Jax. Alright, in the mid lane, we've got Orianna, played by Bazario. She's going to be against the Katarina, interestingly, played by Suzukai. Yeah, Suzukai. Alright, bot lane, we've got Lucian, played by Cute, versus Banana Uyu, playing Ezreal. Uyu. Alright, the supports, we've got Creported, which I'm pretty sure is actually Crepo, playing the Thresh, and he's going to be against Fiddlesticks, played by Mandin, who is actually Dan Din, Andy Din's brother, and Andy Din, of course, is Reginald from TSM. He doesn't actually play in TSM, but he's still technically from TSM. Alright, it looks like we actually do have a gank from Lee Sin getting ready to come in here. RF Legendary did request this in chat beforehand. Oh, goes in, lands the stun, in comes the Lee Sin, misses the Q though. Actually, he didn't really miss it, it was more dodged by a flash. But they did get that flash, and that's going to force Ryze back, which is great for RF Legendary. He's going to get CS off of this. Nope, just kidding. I kind of expected he would go ahead and shove this forward to make Ryze miss that CS. But at the same time, Ryze has teleport, so it probably wouldn't have done much anyway, come to think of it. So I guess that's why he went ahead and did that. We see both of them teleporting in. it actually means that RF is going to miss a little bit more CS off of it, simply because he's going to walk back in. But it's not going to be a really big deal. He's currently 2 CS behind, which is not at all a big deal. And he's going to still be somewhat zoned, but nothing terrible. He did miss that big minion, though, which is a little unfortunate. Ooh! We've got Lee Sin coming in yet again, though. So we may actually see a successful gank this time, as we did just see Ryze's flash get blown. There we go. The stun comes out, and Lee Sin lands the Q, but not going to follow through in this case. That would have kind of been silly. He was a little too slow to get into range after the stun came out from the Jax there. So, unfortunately, he wasn't able to do anything about it. It did mean that Ryze was forced to pop a potion, which is good news for him. But, it didn't get the kill, didn't force him back or anything like that. But on the plus side, I think this actually will, over time, give RF Legendary just the ability to go ahead and zone him a little bit. Because Ryze is going to start getting really paranoid. As every time RF Legendary has gone in with the stun so far, there's been a Lee Sin there waiting to kill him. First blood down there in the bot lane goes to Ezreal Fiddlesticks combo. Goes in on Thresh. Apparently he decided to overstay his welcome when the Lucian walked off. And we've actually got Lee Sin coming in here on the Karthus, and I kind of want to see what happens there. Oh, that's cool. I like the new skin. It's kind of pretty. Oh, he's going in. Gonna land the slow there, but Karthus is actually kind of doing some damage. We've got RF Legendary on his way down as well. And the question is, which one will come out of this ahead? There we go. Down that goes, which gets him a little bit of a heal. Orianna is there to help, but so is RF Legendary. He's probably going to jump to him. He does indeed, but there is a Ryze there. The stun comes out. Ryze is stunned, and unfortunately, he does manage to get the kill off there onto Lee Sin. Now RF Legendary is trying to do his best to get out. He's going to jump to the ward, and he's going to be fine, except for the fact that he took a lot of damage. Katarina's coming in from behind to try to get a kill. There's her ulti, but she is melting fast. She does end up going down. Almost takes the Ryze down, but almost really doesn't cut it. So that went really bad for them. Nice reaction there from the Ryze and the Orianna. Orianna was able to get there long before that Katarina. I think had Katarina got there a little bit faster, may have turned out different, but unfortunately it didn't. What it did do is force Ryze back. So RF Legendary is getting a decent amount of free farm here, and there's really nothing Ryze can do about it. He doesn't have teleport at the moment, of course, and he's just way too far away. So we're just seeing the CS difference between them just climb up. Unfortunately for RF, Ryze just got 2 kills, which is terrible news for him. He's now got a Catalyst and a Tear the Goddess, which is going to make things really difficult on RF. He did actually get MR. He's got 55 MR. I saw that in his runes and masteries. So that is a good thing for him. He's now going in, doing some damage there to the Ryze, but not able to do nearly enough. And Ryze is just able to shred him. I'm going to head back, though. I can't say I blame him. It would be kind of silly to stick around right now. He's got teleport in about 2 seconds. So he'll be coming back to lane fairly quickly here. He's got double Dorans and a Ruby Crystal here. Not getting any additional MR at the moment, but that's going to be fine. In the meantime, of course, Lee Sin is actually continuing on his quest to counter jungle here. Grabbing that red again from that Karthus, who's about to discover it and be pretty darn sad. And we've got a gank coming down here onto the Lucian and Thresh. Thresh goes down to the Fiddlesticks. Lucian is trying his best to escape. Looks like he probably will. Out comes the Karthus ulti doing a lot of damage. There they go. In on Katarina. Is she going to get out? I don't think so. No, she goes down there to that Lucian. And that's kind of unfortunate. There is a teleport from Ryze as well, which told RF Legendary it is time to shove this fast. And that's exactly what he's doing. He immediately went to those minions and started going in on him. There's no reason for him to teleport down there right now, as there's not enough team members on his team to go ahead and stop anything. Karthus is coming around from behind these guys. Lee Sin's in a fairly dangerous position. I'm kind of surprised. Goes in under the tower, takes a tower shot, gets slow. Oh, nice kick, though. And I think he actually will. Just kidding. Thought he was going to escape it. No, there's a Thresh there. Down he goes. But that is giving RF Legendary the time to go ahead and do quite a bit of damage to this tower. A lot of time has been taken up their bot lane. Orianna did actually respond to this, though, so she did manage to go ahead and force RF back, but not before he did almost half of the tower's damage. So, all in all, I think for RF Legendary in particular, this is actually pretty nice, but it would still be a whole lot better if Orianna had not come up there, because then he probably would have done a little bit more damage to the tower. Although at the same time, Ryze was actually there. One thing to keep in mind, however, RF Legendary still has teleport. Ryze just used his teleport. If another team fight breaks out, RF can get down there, and you see him hanging out in this bush, and that's exactly what he's thinking about doing. He sees that the Katarina's hanging around down here, thinking about going for a dive, and he's all set and ready. He didn't want to get seen by it, so he made sure that they would not even know. We've got Lee Sin on his way around as well. There we go. RF's coming back, and Ryze says, hello. Oh, gets the flash. Again, they got the flash. Not able to do anything with it, though. The question is, will their next gank actually pay off this time? Or will it be like the last time, and Lee Sin comes back for another gank, and unfortunately just gets killed? Hopefully not, though. We'll see. He did actually go ahead and plant a ward there to go ahead and make sure. My guess, if Ryze wards over here, using the behind the bushes trick, he will actually know. There's the teleport coming in from RF Legendary. Gonna come right down here. And now he's going for the Thresh and Lucian combo. The ulti comes out. The Fiddlesticks does go down, but in comes RF Legendary. Down goes the Lucian before he even gets there. But we are going to see a dead Thresh. And that is a kill there for RF Legendary. They're going to shove this now and try to, at very least, make the blue team lose some CS. Maybe they'll even manage to go ahead and take down this tower. Actually, they almost definitely will. RF Legendary is going to rip this tower apart. In the meantime, Lee Sin's being a little risky again. There we go. I like this move. Going to go ahead and make sure that as many minions go down as possible. There we go. Down it goes. And he's going to go ahead and back off here. Lee Sin's going in, managing to take down the Karthus and get out as well. That is also a dragon kill. The ulti comes out from Karthus. Doesn't kill anybody, but it almost killed Lee Sin. RF Legendary, the only one around who can tank this, does manage to tank it, though, and they are going to escape that with their lives. Ryze is doing a decent amount of damage top, but honestly, the red team just got a tower, a couple kills, and a dragon. So that is huge. Even if Ryze manages to get that tower, which is not going to happen, it would have been worth it. Oh, in comes the Fiddlesticks going in on the Orianna. I was about to say she was about to take that tower, but it's not going to happen. Mandin was able to force her back off lane. RF Legendary is going to get there before Ryze is able to do anything. And he's actually going to get a decent amount of the CS because that big minion's there. He's going to get in range before it dies, I believe, so he can get the XP at the very least. Not going to get the CS, but he did get the XP. Missed 2 CS of that bit that he, was close. He got the XP for it, and that's about it. And now he's back into lane and actually shoving this out again. The Ryze teleport is back up, so the red team definitely needs to factor that into any decisions that they make soon. But at the same time, it's getting to the stage now where Jax is going to be able to split push pretty soon here. Well, that's interesting. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. Huh. I don't know how you get that one. But Jax did come down here, went ahead and warded this up, and actually got the blue to reset there, which is actually really painful for Karthus. Karthus had gotten it down to about a quarter health, but he was able to go ahead and get it to reset just by forcing him off lane. Unfortunately, Lee Sin just died to Orianna, but that's not really too big of a deal. Karthus is having a pretty nasty time of this, and I really like that play there from RF Legendary, just kind of chasing him off there. Making sure, hey, yeah, you're gonna get the blue eventually, but I'm gonna force you to do a lot more damage to yourself than you would have been forced to do. He also was able to do quite a bit of damage there to the Ryze. He has the Crystalline Flash, so he's got more sustain just automatically through that, which is great news for him. He's gonna go ahead and head back though. He's probably got part of Trinity Force now. It looks like he's decided against it. Oh, nice Thresh hook there. And will Katarina get out of this? I think she will. There's a teleport coming in from Ryze, and they are immediately scattering. And that right there told RF Legendary it is time again to shove this. He may end up being able to take this tower because of that teleport. I'm almost certain he's going to be able to. And the question is, will his team be able to escape as well? This tower is definitely going down. Fiddlesticks and Lee Sin are there to defend it. Down it goes. Nicely played by them. They baited out that teleport there. Oh, Fiddlesticks gets grabbed. And that is a dead Fiddlesticks. Lee Sin's got to escape now. Will he be able to? I think he will. Yeah, he's going to jump over that ward, and he's going to be fine. But honestly, a kill for a tower, 2 towers, apparently. Yeah, I would definitely say that's worth it. They are now going for Creported here. He's having a pretty bad time. Oh, changed his mind, going for the Orianna, and she is going to go down. Down she goes indeed. Lucian got a tower down bottom. So he did at least somewhat equalize that. But at the same time, these guys are just getting kills galore down here. Just kidding. They did not manage to get the Thresh, although they almost did. Oh, out comes the ulti. Is it going to land? No! Thresh decided not to go back. Had he gone back, he probably would have died there. But in the meantime, Ezreal... Oh, nice! Kill there. Karthus just insta-died. And Ezreal was able to do a decent amount of damage to the tower as well. Jax is down here. Going to go ahead and just split push this up. And we're going to go ahead and follow him around again as he is back in lane. If we take a look what he has, he does have the Sheen and the Phage. Phage, of course, is a really good item against something like, Ryze or anything else. I mean, it gets you that health. And, of course, it gets you that movement speed whenever you hit. So I can't say I blame him at all for going for that. And, of course, Sheen. It's Sheen. Come on. So he does have those 2 items. He's got Boots 1. And the question is he going to actually help these guys? I don't think so, because they're going to be able to do this alone. Yeah. Oh, pops the heal. Not going to be enough, though. Din is actually getting the kill there. Din. Down goes the Lucian. This is actually looking really good. I'm really hopeful. I'd love to see RF Legendary get back into Challenger. He was just in Challenger up until a few days ago when he fell out due to a string of bad games. But it looks like he's going to be able to get back in again. There we go. Another tower goes down. Fiddlesticks, Ezreal, and Jax just tearing it apart. And it looks like they're actually possibly continuing to go for this. No, they're gonna switch to mid lane, actually. Lots of wards here, so the enemy team knows that they are here. They've got to watch out. Ezreal going in, doing a lot of damage instantly to Orianna. Orianna just about dead, doesn't end up going down. Thresh goes in onto Ezreal. Thresh is gonna go down. Thresh goes down. And they did end up getting a kill out of that. They thought they weren't going to be able to. Out comes the Lucian ulti there. Clears out the minions, doesn't get a kill. And the fear from the Fiddlesticks makes sure he stays alive for a little bit longer. Out comes the ulti there from Karthus, though. And he actually makes sure to die before that Karthus ulti hits. So Karthus got nothing out of that ulti. He got some damage on everybody, but that's about it. That's actually pretty funny of him. I liked that, how he did that. Went ahead and just, you know what, I'm going to die for sure. Might as well make sure that this guy doesn't get a kill. And that's exactly what he intended there. RF Legendary heading out, probably to go Ward Baron, just based on his path here. He has Triforce, and that's going to make him a whole lot more dangerous in any engagement. He's currently 101 and 127 CS versus 202, 112 CS. Oh, are they actually doing this? I thought they were just going to ward it, but no, they're actually going for this. They've got a lot of jump. Actually, their entire team can jump over, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're going for this now, except for Fiddlesticks, of course. Fiddlesticks cannot jump over, and the blue team has no idea. They've got no wards here. They've got zero coverage of it, and this is going to be a free Baron for the red team. RF Legendary getting low, and had anybody from the blue team come, this would have turned out pretty poorly for the red team. Actually, they probably just would have jumped over the wall, and that would have been that. But instead, they got a free Baron, and blue team's having a pretty bad time there. Clearing out the wards there, probably thinking about going for the Baron. Not going to go for it quite yet, though. As a side note, a completely unrelated note, if you guys have not heard, Riot released a video yesterday at the time of this recording, so a few days ago for you guys. Anyway, they released a video that has... It's a video of the changes that they're doing to... Oh, man. To Summoner's Rift. There's going to be a lot of... It looks amazing. That's about all I'm going to say. Go ahead and check out that video if you haven't. It's on their YouTube channel. And, it looks great. They're also talking about a lot of item changes coming up pretty soon. I think in the next patch. They're intending on making... As of right now, anyway, it's subject to change because it's still just now getting to the PvE. But they're planning on making a attack damage item, so like Bloodthirst or something, but it restores mana on auto attack. So for things like Ezreal and some extent Lucian, pretty much anybody who spams abilities like that, it's going to be a huge buff for them because I'm guessing. It'll be great for them because they're able to just go ahead and auto-attack and get that mana back so they can just spam their abilities all day. So we'll have to see how that ends up turning out. They're also planning on standardizing the attack damage items, like, well, anything that builds off a BF sword. So, i.e., Bloodthirster, etc. They're all going to have 80 attack damage. It'll be... They said they're describing it more like, ooh, going in on the Ryze. Ryze is melting there. I think he popped his ulti. Yeah, he's got the thing going around. Ryze just about died. Did not die, but was forced back. And that's going to be another tower here for RF Legendary. Nice engage there. But it'll be 80 damage for all those items. The BF sword will no longer have stacks. Again, this is just as of right now. It can change later. But as of right now, it will not have stacks. But it will have a new passive so that if you're at full life, any lifesteal that goes over full life, I mean, even if you start at less than full life. Anyway, any lifesteal that goes over full life will give you a shield for that amount. Which, I don't know, that sounds kind of cool. A little unfortunate there for Katarina. RF Legendary able to scare them back using that counter-strike there. They don't want to get stunned. Oh, they go in on the Lee Sin, though. He's forced to jump out, and out comes the Karthus ulti. He's gone. Double kill there, as he was able to take down the Fiddlesticks as well. That was pretty unfortunate. RF Legendary took a little bit of damage from that. Nothing too big. But, of course, it's a 5 versus 2 right now, so he's going to be forced to fall back. Probably not going to be able to defend this. Ezreal ulti is up shortly, so he will be able to go ahead and get rid of any minions. And that is definitely good. Nice dodge there. He's going to be able to get rid of the first wave of minions, and it'll actually give enough time for his team to get back there. So they're actually not going to lose too much off of it. There we go. There's that ulti, and yeah, that minion wave is gone. So that actually worked out pretty well for them. They lost a couple people, but they lost absolutely nothing when it comes to objectives. So, all in all, that was definitely worth it for them. Reported forced to go ahead and run away here by Jax. Nice move there, running straight for it. And now he's going up here. And Ryze is in a little bit of trouble there. Karthus is there, though, so... Oh, man, he goes in. He warded up so he could see Ryze. Got hit there by the stun, but he flashed to him, jumped to him, and he is dead. Will he go for Karthus? I don't believe so. The Orianna is there as well. He is now dodging these Qs to the best of his ability. He's gonna jump away. He does jump away. In came the Ezreal, who's just ripping Orianna to shreds. In comes Katarina as well, and she's going for it. Down goes the Karthus. Fiddlesticks came in to help, and Jax was able to survive that with no problem whatsoever. Karthus doing what he can to harass these guys down, but it's not going to be nearly enough. Jax is now back to shoving this lane up. Gonna go ahead and head back now, so we'll go ahead and pay attention to these guys again as they are moving in on this midline tower. I don't know that they'll be able to get it quite yet, but they're definitely going to try. Out comes that Lucian ulti, making sure they can. Oh, nice teleport there from RF Legendary, making sure that minion takes no damage. So I think this tower actually might go down now. Oh, he's getting really low, though. Jumps out. He is going to escape. Barely. Unless Lucian's able to... No, the fear from Mandin means that is not an escape for him, but Mandin goes down for it. Able to save the Jax, though, so I would definitely say that was worth it. Teleport coming in from Ryze up here to go in on the Katarina. Katarina jumps to the minion. Nice jump there. And she actually might be able to escape this. What does he have? He's got boots, regular boots. She's got regular boots as well. Movement speed 390 versus 385. She's slightly faster. He's not going to be able to catch this. And RF Legendary is on his way over. Just there to go ahead and let her jump to him. Oh, man. Out comes the Karthus ulti. Down she goes anyway. That kind of sucks. Thought for sure she'd be able to get out of it. On the plus side, that does mean Karthus ulti's down. Oh, man. Orianna doing quite a bit of damage there. Grabbing those Wraiths from RF Legendary, that's kind of mean. Yeah. Wraiths, pretty much all the camps are actually... Oh, man. Killing spree. Are actually going to be changed by the new map. Which is... They look amazing. Just, yeah. They all have spawn animations now, and apparently they will react if you go ahead and do something, if you come up close to them. Like, Dragon will be spawning around here, and it goes ahead and jumps to here, or flies across to here, and then jumps in, and it blinks when you can actually attack it. So, from there on, it sticks around here. But the video shown in the YouTube video is actually of everything spawn animation. Like, it shows the golems jumping out of the wall as little devices that then expand into full golems. The wolves jump out of the walls, growling at you, and it's amazing. Also, white is gone and being replaced by Glomp, which is a giant frog. They're apparently trying to make it a more fit to a theme. So the theme in question is, of course... The theme in question is a fantasy forest setting. Oh, man. Oh, man. RF Legendary trying to get out of this. Jumps to the ward there that he just placed. He is actually going to get out of this with no problem. And we've got both teams hovering around here at Baron. The thing is, red team has a ridiculous wombo combo team. They've got Fiddlesticks, they've got Katarina, and if the enemy team groups, enemy team's dead. Same time though, I mean, Karthus isn't too bad himself. So we'll see how that ends up turning out. A lot of posturing around Baron. Grab comes out, does not end up landing. And it looks like red team's kind of backing off to make sure that the blue team does not manage to go get their tower. We've got RF Legendary coming over here to shove this up. Yeah, he is indeed going to go ahead and shove this. Making sure to, keep wave control of this top lane so the enemies have to stick around and defend it. Unfortunately for him, Ezreal just got caught out there. So that's a dead person on their team. That is now a 4 versus 5 situation, which is not so good. But, oh, good. Did not get got. Oh, man. Are they, I think they're actually laying a trap here. RF Legendary circling around to possibly go for this. Ezreal's back up in 15 seconds. So I don't think they're going to be able to take this tower down, honestly. They've got one more wave, a wave on the way. Oh, doesn't land either. And I don't think they're going to be able to take the tower down with this wave. Looks like that actually went to Lee Sin there. And yeah, these guys are able to defend this with no problem. So yet again, the blue team was able to catch somebody. But it really doesn't do any good to catch somebody if you don't also take an objective off of it. So, at the moment, RF Legendary is down here getting a dragon of his own, getting that objective. Oh, nice flay there of the Katarina. She came in for her ult, did not get anything off of that as he immediately flayed her. But again, free dragon for the red team. That's a good move. And he's going to get out of this with no problem whatsoever. Katarina got low. Doesn't matter. Free dragon and no deaths for them. That definitely makes all of this worth it. The only thing that the blue team could do to turn it around, is not that. That is exactly what they did not want to do. Although, the Orianna ulti there did a lot of damage. Down goes the Thresh, yes, but Ezreal and Fiddlesticks both went down to Orianna. So the blue team's going to go ahead and go for this Baron now. They might be able to get it, but RF Legendary knew that was going to happen, and he was already moving down here, shoving this up. And he's forcing a back from Ryze there to go ahead and come at this. I don't know that Ryze can take him. Looks like he is going to be able to force him off lane, though. Uses that ult, just clears out that minion wave instantly. Lee Sin's sitting around. Teleport coming in from RF Legendary going in, and he's going. The kill goes to Orianna, but they may be able to take down the Karthus. They do, but RF Legendary goes down as well. So that is a Baron and 2 kills for 1 kill onto Karthus. Definitely not quite worth that one. A little unfortunate there. On the plus side, I mean, they are still ahead on gold. They're definitely behind in kills. But again, they've been securing towers. They've been securing dragons. They won of the Barons, so they're tied on Barons. So they've been getting a lot more objectives and... objectives. Whatever. Anyway, and it's been going at least decently for them. Oh, in comes the Orianna. Katarina's going to try to get out. She does go ahead and jump. In comes Ezreal as well. Ezreal ulti comes through. Does a little bit of damage there. Nothing too huge, though. No big deal. RF Legendary's teleport is down, whereas Ryze's is not. So if they do get into a split push type thing, which kind of seems like they are, it definitely leaves it more in Ryze's favor. On the minus side for Ryze, RF Legendary has Trinity Force, Blade of the Rune King, and a Negatron Cloak. So if they get in a fight, I'm pretty sure RF Legendary wins. So, that's another thing to keep in mind. While, yes, Ryze would be pretty good at, teleporting in and shoving lanes just to teleport, at the same time, he can't shove against RF Legendary because RF Legendary could almost definitely just destroy him. So, only way to do things is to go ahead and catch anybody. Lee Sin going in on the Karthus there. Karthus going for him as well. Out comes the Defile, doing a decent amount of damage. But Fiddlesticks and Jax are here. Nice kick of the Lee Sin there. Puts that right into Jax's range. And the Karthus goes down. His team is shoving mid. But Katarina and Ezreal both there to defend this. They did lose their mid tower level 2. But Lee Sin and Fiddlesticks are both there to go ahead and offset that. RF Legendary is continuing to shove this. Gonna go ahead and back off though right now and actually come up behind these guys. He says, hey, I'm coming. Get ready. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. The Ryze is probably going to teleport if it becomes necessary. Although, actually, never mind. He's actually pretty close now. In goes RF Legendary. Gonna land the stun. Oh, the Flay comes out. The very nice Flay indeed. Katarina used her Zhonya's there, but she ends up going down to the Orianna anyway. In comes the Fiddlesticks ulti, landing on nothing. Down goes Lee Sin, but Fiddlesticks is able to go ahead and land a fear. Jax is just ripping people apart. Gets the kill there onto the Orianna. Just kidding, only ripping Orianna apart. But Lucian is now running away from Jax. Fiddlesticks is there as well. And if Fiddlesticks can land a fear, that's probably a dead Lucian. The silence comes out, and the teleport from Ryze that I talked about earlier, there it is. He lands the stun onto the three of them. But now he's got to get out of this. He's trying his best. The Fiddlesticks did go down. He is actually going to escape. But unfortunately, they're probably going to lose their tower for this. The blue team's going for that tower now. He's going to go ahead and shove top lane as he knows there's nothing he can do to defend this. Ezreal is coming up soon. Katarina just came up with Lee Sin. And they're not going to be able to defend this quite yet. That is an inhibitor tower down. And things are actually turning around for them and looking better for the blue team. Jax is continuing to shove this, but they're going to be able to respond long before this gets here because unfortunately the wave control got a little bit more towards the blue team's favor, and he had to shove it quite some ways. So yeah, Ryze is going to have to react, but he's not going to lose tower. He's not going to take tower damage or anything else. RF Legendary coming back now with a Spectre's Cowl. He might be working on a Banshee's Veil, I'm not sure. I think so, though. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Lee Sin, again, being kind of risky here. I'm kind of surprised by how dangerously he's playing. Oh, that's pretty. Sweet. Yeah, that's the new ward. It differentiates between pink and green wards, obviously. Alright, no Dragon or Baron is coming up soon. So it looks like for now, the red team's just content to go ahead and shove lanes. And we've got 4 people down here. Blue team forcing them to go ahead and defend mid. Katarina's the only one actually defending mid right now. RF Legendary's teleport will be up shortly. So they may be able to get some sort of a pick. They saw a ward there, and that told them it's time to back off because most likely the enemy team is converging on them. RF Legendary is going to go ahead and head back now. And the enemy team, the rest of his team is just going to go ahead and walk back into their jungle. What's he get? Yep. Called it. Banshee's Veil. It wasn't exactly a hard call, but still. There's the ping there from the blue team on that bot lane tower. And I feel like Baron should be up within the next 2 minutes or so. I'd say 1 to 2 minutes. We'll see. There we go. Let's Ezreal have it, and now he's headed top. His teleport is back up, so he's going to be able to split push again now. Dragon is up, and it looks like Lee Sin's thinking about going for it. Goes in. There we go. Out comes the Fiddle ulti. The Lantern's able to partially save the Karthus, and they're going to take down the Lee Sin. That's definitely not good for them. The teleport from RF is actually still up, so he can go do something, but they're not going to be able to defend this Dragon. Lee Sin got a little bit too brave there. Usopp the Brave, indeed. And he's kind of paying for it. But that is a dead Lucian, and that is great news for the red team. Because enemy AD carry down, that is huge, especially when you've got somebody like Jax up. Because Jax is just going to be able to shove anything down. Ezreal's there with him. Fiddlesticks is there with him. Katarina's just there to defend. And they're going to go for this mid tower. I don't know that they're going to be able to get it, but they might actually be able to, especially since Katarina and Orianna are going at it over here. Even if Orianna manages to take down the cat, which she did, she's not here to defend this, but they were actually shoved back, unfortunately. So never mind. Thought they might be able to go ahead and, go for that tower, but it looks like they were not actually able to do so. Baron is getting pinged here from the blue team. It's actually not up soon, or if it is, then timers are no longer working in spectator mode. I don't know. We'll have to see what ends up happening, though. If Baron shows up with no timer, then we know that timers are not working, but I don't believe that is the case. I think they're about a minute off. So it should show up soon. Oh, never mind. There we go. Baron is actually back up, and timers are not working. So that's kind of strange. I don't know what's going on with that. And the blue team's going for this now. Lots of back pings saying, hey, don't do that, but actually now would have been a perfectly acceptable time because the red team was actually pretty far away. It was warded, however, so red team would have been able to go ahead and, go at them here. Fiddlesticks heading back now, and it looks like the blue team's just kind of grouping mid to shove it as the inhibitor has actually respawned. Lots of pings here saying, hey, let's go for the inhibitor from both teams, actually. Defend it, says the red team. Kill it, says the blue team. There we go. There's the blue trinket there. And unfortunately, the red team's kind of caught out of position here. This inhibitor's almost definitely going to go down. Question is, will the red team be able to go for it? Lee Sin goes in, gonna go down again. And the stun comes out from Jax, but he's forced to flash out. In goes Katarina and Fiddlesticks. Down goes Katarina. They do a lot of damage, but it's not nearly enough. Ezreal going down as well. Jax being forced back. Oh, dang it. Ezreal goes down too. RF Legendary is the only one standing. This Lee Sin, I think he's just a little bit too aggressive. He keeps going in and diving into really unwise situations. And it's really hurting the team. I mean, that's like the 4th or 5th time that's happened that he goes in 4 versus 1. And after that, he just goes down. So I don't think RF Legendary is going to be able to defend this. And unfortunately, he is not going to be making it a challenger for this. I was really rooting for him there too. And I thought for sure he had it. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that sometimes. Dang. Alright, so that's going to be the end of this video. I'm definitely disappointed by the end of it. Thought for sure that RF Legendary had this one, but didn't happen. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, please let me know what you think about me doing a bit of alternating between regular Shoutcast and single-player Shoutcast, as I'd really like to do a bit of a mix. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a good night. Bye.